I don't know if anyone saw that, but I did pull out my magic wand and go Lumos while we were waiting for the lights to turn on. So, remember when I said I was going to keep mentioning Ethan's name? Ethan. Good God, dude. All right, well, that is everything we had today. Believe me, as I said before, there could have been a lot more, but I wanted to spare both your eyes and your ears. So that, I feel like, is a perfect film. Obviously, not all of the films were on the men's mental health topic, but that is definitely a film to end on, made by a good friend of mine, Joshua Susi. This is before him and I met, about 6 years ago, I think. So it still holds up today. I think it really carries the message well, so I feel like that is a perfect film to end on. And he will be here for a Q&A once we get back from the raffles. On the note of that last film, with it being more the tone of the topic of the evening, I have a story that I want to share. Recently, I was with somebody that told me a story that I was not expecting. It threw me back. This person had just gone through a divorce and had reached the lowest point in his life. And one night, he went out into the woods late at night, not to get fresh air and clear his head, but to take his own life. And out of nowhere, his phone rang. And his good friend, in a bubbly mood, "Hey, how's it going?" Complete tone shift. And at the time, I'm sure she had no idea that she had just saved his life. There are men all around us, men you would never, ever think at first glance that are in dark places. Men who, after trials and tribulations, are left with only one feeling: hopelessness. Now, I did write a short script that follows a young man battling his inner demons. It mixes real-world elements with eerily realistic lucid dreaming to display the battle that so many young men face today. And when I started planning this wonderful event, the goal was to raise funds to produce it. And while I am working on getting this film made, as I said earlier before, I am all about quality. So I want to make sure that I'm not forcing it just to get it done. I want to make it have the impact that I know that it can, and that means taking more time to make sure the pieces are in place. So tonight, we're going to shift gears. A few weeks ago, a friend of ours lost her childhood home in a devastating fire. Her mom went out for just a few moments, and when she came back, they lost 5 dogs and everything they owned. Shortly after, they launched a fundraiser, and they have made some headway, thanks to some very grateful people. But they still need help. So, every dollar donated tonight at the donation table is going to go directly towards their GoFundMe to help her mom restart from nothing. So, moving on from the sad topics, let's talk about some of the fun raffles that you lovely folks have a chance of winning this evening. We have 2 bundles. 2 bundles. The first is the Fitness and Mindset Bundle. This includes 4 of my favorite books. And yes, it may be a fact that they may be the only 4 books I've read, but I still have a right to call them my 4 favorite books. The first one is called What's Your Dream? It's by this guy based in the UK, and he asks people, what's your dream? And you wouldn't be surprised to see the amount of people that are like, oh, I want to do this, but I want to do this, but I want to do this, but I go on and on. There's a lot of people struggling with limiting beliefs and confidence issues, struggling to achieve the things they want to achieve. It's a great book. The second book is Atomic Habits. If you haven't heard of Atomic Habits, you must be living under a rock. It's sold at Walmart, so that should tell you everything you need to know. It's about building habits from nothing, starting small and building big. Good book. Outwitting the Devil. Oh boy. This one's a good book even if you're not religious. It follows a conversation with Napoleon Hill from 1934 as he sits down and interviews the devil. Most of the book is a conversation between the two talking about how so many people in life, about 99% of people are just drifting through life. They call them drifters in the book, people that are not fulfilled, that are just scraping by the system, the corporations, the governments, so on and so on. Also a good book. And my all-time favorite book, Energy Leadership. This is a book that goes through the 7 levels of energy that we as humans, whether you are a boss or just a husband or a father, the different levels of energy that you can bring to your life to bring your family up and lead to what I discussed earlier. Faith, family, fitness, and finances equals fulfillment. This is not just the mindset bundle, though, as you've heard. It is the fitness bundle. So it also includes an exercise mat and a 3-month subscription to the Mountain Tough app for at-home or gym workouts. So literally no excuses to take care of your mental health. You could roll out the mat and start with body weight workouts for 3 months. You could literally start changing the course of your life. Our second bundle, the fitness and mindset bundle is really good, but this second one, we all love movie theater popcorn. And not too long ago, I found the recipe. So, this bundle includes everything you need to make not just normal popcorn, but the popcorn you tasted tonight. The popcorn you taste at Flagship or wherever you go to see movies. You got the seasoning, the oil, the popcorn kernels, and a nice little countertop machine to pop it. But you also get Christopher Nolan's top 3, in my opinion, films: Interstellar, Inception, and my all-time favorite movie, The Prestige. Made in 2006, still holds up today. And, of course, it wouldn't be complete without Sour Patch Kids, Skittles, and a bag of Starburst, all share bag sizes for you and your significant others. With that said, my beautiful wife is going to go pull out the donation table. We're going to start taking donations for the GoFundMe, and feel free to stop on by. There's a sign that shows the different levels of tiers. You $5, you get 1 ticket. $5,000, you get 3 tickets. No, just kidding. But you can see the tiers there, and we can swipe, and we can also take contactless, or we can enter your card details manually. With that said, we're gonna open that up, and the annual table is out there as well with Bill. This guy brought swag on swag on swag. There's pens, there's hand sanitizers, there's good conversations, and there's some info packets out there as well. So feel free to absolutely take a look at his table. It is currently 6:56 p.m. I am anticipating that at 7:30 we will be able to be back in here to start the Q&A. It'll be with myself, with Ethan, and Jeshua will be here in just a few moments. Like I said earlier at the beginning, the 3 of them have essentially been main parts of almost everything you've seen on this screen. So it'll be a good time to ask any questions about the creative process, etc., etc. So we're going to open that up, and we'll see you back here at 7:30. Thank you.